Noni Says No, a Blue Spruce book for 2011. Written by Hartt-Sussman, illustrated by Genevève Coté. Noni Says No. Noni can do lots and lots of things. She can give her baby brother his bath. She can tie her own shoelaces. She can walk to her friend Susie's house all by herself. The only thing Noni can't seem to do is say no. Noni can recite the alphabet backwards. She can count to 100 while hopping on one leg. She can help Mama in the kitchen fold napkins into pretty patterns. But Noni cannot say no. When Noni was much younger, she had no trouble saying no. In fact, she almost always said no to her mama. She almost always said no to her papa. And she would even have said no to her baby brother if he had been born back then. But now, if her friend Susan asks to sleep over, Noni says yes, even though she sometimes wants to say no. If Susan asks to play with Noni's special doll, Noni says yes. If Susan asks to borrow her favorite dress, Noni says yes. Noni absolutely positively cannot say no. One day, while playing hairdresser, Susan asks Noni if she can cut her hair. She wants to take it all off, except for a tuft at the front, and dye it red. Noni hems and haws. She stutters and stalls. She really, really, really wants to say no, but Noni says yes. And afterwards, she is very, very sorry. And so is her mother. At Susie's house, when Noni asks if she can sleep over, Susan has no trouble saying no. When Noni asks if she can play with Susan's special teddy bear, Susan says no without hesitation. When Noni asks to be the princess and wear the sparkly tiara, Susan says no again. But when Susan asks to come over the very next day, Noni says yes, even though she wants to say no. On their playdate, Susan tears pages out of Noni's favorite book. She gives herself the leading role when they perform for Noni's brother, and by royal decree, Noni has to play the dog. And when Susan asks Noni if they can watch the same movie for the 1000th time, Noni says yes, even though she wants to say no. Finally, Susan goes too far. She asks if she can stay overnight and sleep in Noni's bed while Noni sleeps on the floor. Says Noni. Okay, she finally says. Susan sleeps very well that night. Noni does not. Now Noni is livid. She is raging mad. She is totally fuming. Not to mention very, very tired. So when Susan asks if she can have the last bowl of Noni's absolutely positively favorite cereal, Noni digs down deep, braces herself, inhales, gets ready for the confrontation, the showdown, the fight to end all fights. And in her biggest, bravest voice, she finally says it. No! Okay, says Susan. I'll have toast. That's the story of Noni Says No, a Blue Spruce book for 2011.